In this video, we are going to see that how can we deal with the Azure virtual machines. We are going to create one Azure virtual machine on cloud and then we are going to connect with that. For that, you can see I'm logged into my management portal, and inside this management portal, I'm going to click on New. We'll create compute virtual machines. We have two options here. Either we can create a quick create, and otherwise we can select a virtual machine from the list of galleries. If I click on from galleries, it's going to show me multiple options from where we need to select different kind of images. You can see left side we have a filterized column where we can filter this thing based on Windows Server, SharePoint based virtual machines, or maybe some other. If you want some non-Microsoft virtual machines like Ubuntu or CoreOS or something like that, you can select those also. In our video, we are not going to select this thing from images. We are going to close this. We'll use quick create. So I'm going to click on this new virtual machine, quick create, and then it's going to ask me one unique DNS name. I'm specifying first training VM. You can see it's available. It's showing me the green right icon, and the full DNS for this will be firsttrainingvm.cloudapp.net. Exactly below this, we have to select which image we want for this VM. You can see we have number of options. We are going to select Windows Server 2012 R2 data center. Then there are number of sizes which are available based upon the standards and the layers of the Azure VM. You can see we have options starting from A0, which is the minimum configuration of the VM, in which we'll get a shared core with the minimum 768 MB memory. And we have the larger one at the bottom, which is G5 size, which is going to have 32 cores with the 448 GB memory. Just to remind you, your cost of the virtual machine depends on which particular configuration you want. Right now, I'm going to select the minimum range of the configuration. From basic, I'm going to select A2. So I'm selecting a machine which is going to have 2 cores inside that with 3.5 GB memory. We need to provide a proper username and password so that we can log in into that virtual machine. I'm going to quickly provide a username, Maruti, and then we're going to provide a password 123@Maruti. Once I specify this, it's going to ask me that because Azure is having multiple data centers, you want this VM should be hosted inside which data center. We have number of options available. From this, I'm going to select East Asia. It's better that if you select the one which is nearest to your country. I'm selecting East Asia and I'm going to click on create a virtual machine. The moment I do this thing, you can see in the bottom bar we have one progress which is going on, and if I click on this details, it's going to show me the full process which is going to happen when the virtual machine is going to be created inside my Azure cloud. You can see the process. In the creation of virtual machine, first it is creating a storage. Once storage is done, it's trying to setting up the virtual machine with the name which I have given. Same way, in the status here also is showing that it is right now in the starting session in which they are doing provisioning. Once the process is done, provisioning will go, and that will just show me running. Once the status is running, it means your virtual machine is successfully created, and then you can try to connect with that. This process will take 2 to 5 minutes based on the VM size and the operating system which you have selected. Now as you can see, it's showing me that status of this VM is right now running. So we can see that the bottom bar is now active with some new buttons. My VM is ready to connect with that. I'm going to click on connect. is trying to download that RDP file by which we can connect with the VM using remote desktop. It's very much similar to the normal remote desktop which you have done with in your machines. I'm going to click on OK. It's going to download this file and I'm going to click on connect. It's asking for the username and password. You have to give the same username and password which you have given while configuring VM. I'm going to click on OK. Say yes. And you can see now we are trying to log in into that particular virtual machine which is coming from server and which is having the same DNS which we have given. You can see my VM is loading. Server Manager is already open inside that. It's showing me that this is my particular VM with my kind of configuration. We have two drives inside that, C drive and D drive, with some number of GBs inside that. The memory which is there with this machine is 3584 MB. And right now, if we go inside this, you can see that we have a C drive, D drive, like a hard disk drives are there. We can right click on this machine, we can go to the properties of that, and you can see it's having a CPU which is Xeon, which is going to have 2 cores with that, with the 3.50 GB RAM. It's a 64-bit Windows Server 2012 R2 operating system. Now you can use this virtual machine for any kind of hosting and your kind of customization inside that. Right now, we are just looking into that virtual machine from our physical machine. So you can see this backside is my management portal, which is from my physical machine, and this is the virtual machine which is on cloud. Now right now I'm going to close this and we'll move forward to our next video. Thank you.